Alrighty, what an interesting day. Okay, first and foremost, people keep asking me about the Facebook group. I've posted a link on all my videos. Look, the Facebook group is the same as the name of the YouTube channel. It's Pimpy's Investment Chat. You are more than welcome to go join. There is plenty of free information in there. People post every day tons of news articles for you to read. Okay, if you're into that, all right? So feel free to go to Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's free. You could join and interact with others in our people holding dinar. Okay. Okay, so let's get started on this. Okay. So yesterday, I've posted a video and I just wanted to point out that I didn't appreciate the fact that another individual was taking information from my videos and then putting it in a group in which members there pay money to get information. And in addition to that, they were claiming that the information came from a CBI insider, all right? And then all of a sudden, there was all kinds of posts underneath the video. People got all pissy about it. But then it got me thinking, at first I thought, well, maybe they're right. It was a misunderstanding. But was it? Let's think about this for just a second. Look, Doodlebug, I personally named Doodlebug on the video because it was a post that Doodlebug had put on the premium page site, all right? And that's fair. So Doodlebug reached out, said she was nice to meet me. We didn't actually meet, but I get what you're saying. So here's the parts that get me, okay? It says, my information comes from my friend in contact at the CBI. I'm sorry you are challenged by the fact that I have a friend in Iraq that happens to work for the CBI. I'm not challenged. I don't care. Okay, you missed the point of the video. But really, I don't care about that. Okay, if you do, that's great. Look, I'm always looking to find out information that's not out there. I always have a ton of questions that I would love for a real insider to answer. Okay. But when your insider magically covers information that's out there to the public, it looks a little suspicious, don't you think? Okay, that's just one point. You offer to reach out to me and talk to me. I appreciate that, but really, this is just getting a little bigger than it needs to be. I just wanted to point out the fact that the information posted magically happens to match the information that I put on a video. And that's what I wanted to point out. Right? I didn't even initially want to name people, but I thought it was necessary, okay? And then you said, look, I only talk inside a room that is to be protected, but it seems to me you don't care about that. You have taken my information from the chat room and you've made a video of it. No, I didn't. You don't see me posting any of your information in that video. I just brought up the fact that it was my information was posted in that chat room, but you don't see me posting any of your information. I just verbally said what I saw, and that's it. So no, I'm Doodlebug. Look, I don't care if people share information. They should. I only pointed out that I care about the fact that people were taking my information and claiming that it came from a CBI insider and put it on a site in which individuals are paying money to be on that site. When they could just go out there and get it for free if they do their own research. How they could come to my YouTube channel and get the same information magically for free that your CBI insider happens to have, okay? Go figure, okay? So, I get it saddens you. And then it says whether you like Frank 26 or not is irrelevant. I never said I didn't like Frank 26. There's nothing in any of my videos in which I said anything about Frank. The only reason why Frank's name was brought up, it's because it's his premium website in which the information was posted. That's the only reason his name is made up. I don't have any problems with Frank. Frank seems like a cool guy. He reminds me of a 1980s self-help guru. I've watched a couple of Frank's videos. I have. I mean, every whatever. Everybody's got their own gig. More power to them. But the truth of the matter is, I don't dislike Frank. I don't know Frank. Frank does his own thing, and that's his business, and I don't care. And then it says you attack my creditor because you don't like Frank again. I don't have a problem with Frank, and it's not so much that I was attacking your character as much as I was attacking what it is you were doing. I guess you could call that an attack of your character. Okay, you stand by your truths, and if I care to discuss it over the phone, reach out to me in the chat room at KTFA. I don't belong to KTFA. So there would be no reason for that. But it seems that you have found me here on YouTube, okay? So Doodlebug, look, I appreciate it. And again, I get why you're taking it personally. But you might be right. Maybe your CBI insider is coming over to me and getting my information, okay? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to another post real quick. This here comes from Manchild. Love the name, Manchild. You go on and you're talking about somebody else. You said, let's find out if Doodlebug's source is perhaps stealing from Pimpy or vice versa. So what you're saying, Manchild, is that a CBI insider doesn't have the knowledge directly from CBI that they're forced to come to my videos and get the information and then pass it off like it's their own. Does that make sense at all? All right, does it? And I don't know who her source is for me to be stealing from whoever that source is, because the information that I get is out there on the internet. It's all over the place. There are some areas in which I might be peeking at. I do have a habit of reading reports, studies, and all these other things that are out there referring to the Iraqi economy and the dinar. That's where most of my information comes from. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm the first person to find it. A lot of times what happens, I will go to other chat rooms and see what people are saying, and then I go out to try to confirm it to see if it's legitimate. All right, so a lot of these people have been doing this for years, okay? The problem, again, that I had with, and I stated in my video, was that the information I posted in the video was posted somewhere in which people paid money for it, and it was passed off as if a CBI insider had gave this information magically on January the 2nd, when I posted the information on January the 1st. Do you understand what the statistical odds are of a person inside a CBI meeting in Iraq and they magically happen to say the same things that I said on January the 2nd? It's just not realistic. Look, I get you guys are defending Frank, and you don't need to. I'm not attacking Frank. And you want to defend Doodlebug, that's fine. I get it, all right? But you're missing, again, the point of the video. My thing is, this information is out there for free. I had a problem with the fact that it was taken, put it on a website in which people paid money for it, and then try to pass it off as if it was a CBI insider. Okay, that's the problem that I have. Do you understand what the statistical odds are that a person would be saying the same thing that I said a day before, and that they happen to be in the meeting in Iraq at the Central Bank of Iraq, magically all discussing the same stuff that I said? Now, to show you an even higher statistical anomaly, the stuff that was posted, that was my information. And one of the reasons why I know it's my information, because you didn't pay attention to the video. In there, I specifically said that I had read an article in which India had somewhere between 11 and 14 trillion dollars or trillion dinars, I believe, but I have to find the article. I said and I'll share it with everybody, but I was trying to make an example about something. So what I said in the video is, for the sake of the example, let's just say that India has 5 trillion dinars. You can literally hear me say that in there. But in the posting by Doodlebug, It literally says in there that India has 5 trillion dinars. Do you really understand the statistical odds of that being said magically in the Central Bank of Iraq the day after I said it? It's unrealistic, all right? Let's just be honest. Look, I get it. It's embarrassing for some people. It might be embarrassing for the group that you follow. That that's not my problem. The problem that I had, again, and I'm not knocking Frank, whatever. More power to you, Frank. I don't have a problem with you. Okay? Doodlebug, I really don't have a problem with you, except for if you literally took this information from me and you passed it off as if it came from your contact who happens to be a CBI insider and lied about it. That's what I said I had a problem with. All right. Now you're defending yourself, and I get it. More power to you. Okay. Then, whoever your contact is, and I like the fact that Manchild here is saying that, hey, maybe the source that you have might be stealing my information and giving it to you because, people at the Central Bank of Iraq, they have nothing better to do and they don't even get their own information that they have to reach out to my videos to get the information. No, that doesn't make any sense. Or vice versa, that I might be stealing it from your insider. I don't know anybody in the CBI bank. I never said that I did. All right. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. You guys get all pissy about it all you want. So what did I say that? Oh, so I said, you want to point out the fact that I said that I got a lot of information from minutes. Okay. So there's a website that posts minutes. A lot of the Federal Reserve post on their websites, discussions and meetings that they have. That happens all the times and all these different websites. The Treasury does it. How I made videos when I went up there and posted what was said on a couple of other meetings that came directly out of the Treasury. Okay, that's normal. I had downloaded this huge file back in August. I was reading through there and getting a lot of information. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of the things that are in the minutes, I can also tell that the people in the Iraq media take small portions from the minutes themselves. And they actually post it in articles. I've seen that. They don't do all of the information, but they do take snippets here and there. So it's out there. The information is out there. The fact that you want proof, I don't give a shit. I don't have to prove anything to you. Okay, I make these videos out there because 1, I hold dinar. 2, I'm trying to get down to the facts about the reality of this investment. I take my information and I share my opinions with everybody else, and then they're welcome to the information. Now, whether they believe me or not, that's up to them. I'm not here to make money off people. I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. I don't care. All right. There's a lot of people out there who are misinformed, confused, or don't have the time to look this information up. So I don't mind doing the research and just sharing what I find. Okay. Again, I see that there's a lot of YouTubers out there that got their own following. And man, people get all bent out of shape whenever something's brought up. So I don't attack other YouTubers, and none of my videos do I attack any of them. I never done that. All right. So let's get past that part. All right. I don't need to reach out to Doodlebug. Again, Doodlebug, more power to you. Sweetie, it's not that I just don't care. I just was pissed about the circumstances of the information. Let's go over to this next one. Manchild, still going on. So did it ever occur to you, you two share the same contact? Well, that's a good point, Manchild. That might be the case, except for I don't have a contact inside the CBI. All right, I don't. The reason why you hear me quote the CBI a lot is because I've read a shitload of minutes coming off a CBI website in which I've analyzed all the stuff that they're talking about between IMF, the government, the Ministry of Finance, sometimes the World Bank's there, sometimes the United Nations there. There's a lot of crap in there that has nothing to do a lot with what's going on. And then there's a lot of stuff in there as well. Okay, but there's also articles out there that say the same thing, and some other people have posted the information. As a matter of fact, when you're going, oh, you're getting this, somebody said I get this stuff from a chat room. Yeah, I literally said in the video when I said in the video, look, people want to know how much dinar is out there or how much dinar the Federal Reserve holds. I literally said in the video that information is out there. It was posted by somebody and then I showed the post. I never said I magically knew from an insider. No, I just said, look, that information was shared. But I wouldn't have just posted it. I also went out and validated it. And I did see that the Treasury did talk about it. All right, that's what I do. I take the information that's out there. And then if I see something that catches my attention, I want to go out there and validate it. So that's what I'll try to do. That doesn't mean I'm right all the time. It doesn't mean that the information that I'm posting is right because sometimes there's articles that contradict one another coming out of Iraq. That's neither here nor there. The thing that I do different that most of these other gurus do, a lot of them regurgitate the news. They will give their personal opinion. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I also notice that a lot of them claim to have insider information. It doesn't mean that I doubt them. They might actually have it. Congratulations. But it would seem to me that if you had real insider information, that you would be able to share information that nobody else has. If you're sharing information that I can literally go out and find on the internet, that makes me question your so-called contact. Do you see what I'm coming from? All right. So anyways, I wasn't slamming a poor woman. I was slamming the fact that people were making money off what was going on. And in addition, we're claiming that they had a CBI insider giving them this information. All right. That's the problem that I had with it. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. So it's obvious that I'm a KTFA member or your a spy. So we got spies now. This is what blows my mind about YouTubers, man. There's like some ultra competitiveness that there's spies out there. There's no spy. Somebody that I know is in your group. And they just said, hey, have you seen this? That's all they did. And they brought it to my attention. All right. So if I'm a stand-up guy, there's nothing to be a stand-up about. Man, child, there's just really. I'm not, again, I don't give a shit. All right. So let's get past that. So Queen Crab brings up something that's worth talking about. You enjoy my information and you have a right to be mad. Yeah, it's not so much. I was upset. You know what I mean? I'm upset because I do see a lot of times that people play on the emotions of other investors, especially when it comes to their faith. That drives me insane. I see this all the time where people will go, oh, if you want this or want that, and they start invoking God or Jesus's name. I can't stand that. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing wrong with people who have beliefs in religion. But if you start using that faith you start using the faith against the people to make money, that's when I have a problem. Now, I'm not accusing anybody of it, but I have seen it out there. And that's the problem that I have. Okay, so Queen Crab goes on to say, it just didn't happen the way you're presenting it to have happened. Frank 26 did not do this, and she is not his researcher. She is a member of the group. I just said, hey, this person posted it. For the most part, most people who are posting information claiming to have insider information on a paid site are individuals who go out and do research on behalf of the people. Again, I wasn't attacking Frank. I only mentioned Frank's name because it was his website. His website that it was on. Okay, that's the point I want to make. Okay, let's go over here again. Okay, Queen Crab again. Doodlebug is not Frank's researcher, Pimpy. You have to be careful what you say. That would be like me posting Frank's information on your Facebook group. Okay, then Frank's saying that your research, which wouldn't be true at all. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. It's just the fact that, again, it was on Frank's group. That's it. I don't have a problem with Frank. All right. And if these people were just posting in Frank's group, then he should blow it off. Oh, here's Stephanie. Spending more time doing research, laugh out loud. More like taking information from team chat and claiming it's yours. By the way, you have documentation to back it up? Yeah. I when I make my videos, I show you where I get the information from. I take it off the documentation. So yeah, again, it's not that I'm going to other people's chat and read what other people write. I do. I also go on there and when they post something, I try to validate it is what I do. All right. So, for the most part, I don't give a shit. Okay. Again, don't get butthurt over it. I just had a problem with people paying for information they could have just got for free. Okay. So let's start. I want to first take the time to thank a couple people. One of them is Lisa. Lisa has been a jewel. She's in a few of my groups, and I sometimes come across a website for whatever reason it won't open. I can't get it to open to save my life, and she has been a doll at taking the links and then sending me back a copy of the information that's there so I can actually read it. So Lisa, thank you. Also want to thank Cornbread. Cornbread again. Okay, Cornbread sends me a lot of stuff. Me and him actually spend a lot of time analyzing what we're reading and trying to figure out what it means. Okay, there is another individual. I won't mention him by name yet. When he's ready, we'll go ahead and mention him by name, and he's a big help as well. Okay, so again, if you're interested in joining the group, go to Pimpy's investment chat. You can go there and join, and then get a lot of information for free. Okay, so again, whatever was said about Doodlebug or Frank, it obviously rubbed Frank the wrong way. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Instead of just addressing the issue, I want to point something out that drove me crazy that I saw earlier. So let's go ahead. Frank, I am going to talk about you right now for just a couple seconds. Listen to what Frank said about the video I wrote. Just listen.
Politely go away. You don't know how to study with us. We study in a different way, okay? And also to cover, because all the other links were messed up, we have a member of our forum that sent me a link and said, look, this guru is talking bad about you and me, Frank. I listened to it, and then I looked and I saw how many people were on his site, and you know what? I had to bite my little pinky. I couldn't believe that. I mean, really? So, to the KTFA member that sent me that information, do you realize who you're talking about? Do you realize that they don't know what they're talking about? Do you realize that every Friday, as we were accused, we give away free memberships, free, hundreds of them? He doesn't realize that. You know all this. Don't let darkness take you where darkness goes to hide from darkness itself. This individual that accused you and me falsely, that you had information that you stole from him, I know you gave it to me a month and a half ago.
A month and a half ago, you literally posted in the site that this came from a CBI meeting that was held on January the 2nd. Do you see why I have a hard time just accepting the fact that it's some kind of misunderstanding when I hear this crap? So, explain to me how it is you gave Frank information from a meeting that happened on January the 2nd, a month and a half ago. Okay, so this kind of crap is not a misunderstanding. It's misleading. Okay, that's what I have a problem with. So again, I don't mean to put people on blast, but when this kind of crap happens, then you have to put them on blast. All right? Frank, you're just full of crap. You didn't get this stuff a month and a half ago. And I'm sorry because I know a lot of you guys out there like him. But that pisses me off. For the most part, I don't know Frank, and I really don't care. He's probably a really nice guy. He really is. But when that kind of stuff is said, that makes me mad. And even if he gives away memberships, hundreds of them, that's fine. But there's a monthly premium. So are you saying your members don't pay any fees? They do. The fact that anybody paid money and saw that post is what I had a problem with. You just don't get it, okay? So, Frank, a month and a half ago, you got information on a CBI meeting that happened on January the 2nd. You really do got some spiritual power there, my buddy, because that would be a real godsend, all right? So, and again, they're invoking religion or faith in this. Look, don't do that, man. Look, if you believe it, that's fine. But if you use it as a weapon, that's a problem. All right. So let's get past that and talk about something that's really bigger and better. Okay. So I've been saying in the videos that my real focus lately has been on the fact that a majority of the money that is out there is actually sitting in other financial institutions. All right. So today, Cornbread shot me this quick article that came out today. And sure enough, it's kind of validating what I'm talking about. And let me just read this real quick. It says, the Central Bank of Iraq reassures the Iraqi people about the Iraqi dollar reserves. The Central Bank of Iraq confirms its continued pumping of the dollar into the market. So for those you don't know, you could buy more dinar now than before because they have changed the rate slightly. So you can buy a few more dinars for lesser money, okay? It's not a big deal, but it is. But that's not the part that I wanted to focus on. Right here, it says the Director General of Finance Operations Administration at the central bank, gives the name of the person, I'm not going to try, said today, Monday, that Iraq's reserves and external assets are obligated in the custodian of these deposits, bonds, cash, or gold, to meet them on demand. So this is what I'm talking about. It isn't just the Federal Reserve, is what I was thinking. It's got to be everywhere. So let's read on. He pointed out the flow of money to cover imports and the needs of the dollar are reassuring and that there is no real justification for fear. Here's what he said again that caught my attention too. He added that Iraq's reserves are in all countries of the world and not only in the Federal Reserve. The central banks do not deal with reactions to contradictions or tensions. So again, remember, I've been making videos saying, look, there is a lot of dinar out there. We went to the MO report. We saw that there's $76 trillion out there. Later on, we found out on the CBI website that the truth of the matter is the money issued was only around 45 or 50 is what it was. So look, that's a 26 trillion dinar difference, and I was happy about that. But as I was going through different minutes, different reports, different types of articles, it dawned on me that there's so many times they're talking about where money is sitting in other financial institutions, and so that's where I wanted to focus on. Not only that, I did read an article that was out there that said that Iraq was spending a lot of their oil reserves to buy dinar off the open market. In other words, what was in the hands of the public was being reduced. That's big for us. See, here's the thing that I want to mention, and I have mentioned this before. What's happening in these financial institutions that are holding this money, they're not holding it to make money off any kind of rate change. That's not the purpose of them holding the dinars or any other currency for that matter. Okay, it's used in different types of trades of assets, whether these people plan on buying oil or buying real estate in Iraq. The purpose of it is to be used for trade and other businesses. Okay, so that's what I wanted to point it out. And that this article made me feel pretty happy about it because I had a feeling I was on the right path. Does it say anything else? So anyways, yeah, it doesn't say anything else beside that. I wanted to point that out that, hey, it's my belief that a majority of the dinars out there is actually sitting in financial institutions, but what's really in the hands of the public is different. So keep in mind, when a rate change happens, the people in country, in Iraq, the rate change would increase their purchasing power. So it's not like they're going to go, oh, I get more USDs. No, of course they could, but the truth of the matter is they've change to a single currency, which is that country's currency, the dinar. Okay. Now, for people outside of Iraq, when the rate change happens, there's not as many people out there that are holding Iraqi dinar. It's still my belief that however much is out there, they have more than enough money to cover any kind of rate change that they want to put out. I've seen articles, I've seen reports, I've even seen minutes talking about, and this has been going back and forth for years. All right. No, this doesn't come from a CBI insider, but this information that was discussed during the meetings was the debate between whether they should reinstate the rate at $3.20 and the CBI and the IMF saying no, that's not going to happen. They want us somewhere around $1.12, maybe $1.24, I think is what it was. So it's been back and forth. So if they're talking about those rates, this must mean that, because at no time in any of those things I read did they ever express any concern about how much currency is out there in the public. That's never been. Oh, okay, actually, that's not true. The one time that they did mention that there was a large amount of currency on the outside was around the same time in which you start buying the currency back. After that, it's not brought up again. So either they've addressed any concerns that they had, all right, and that they feel confident that they can cover a rate change that high. So it would only, the rate change would affect those individuals holding dinars outside of the country that are investors like you and I, the average Joe. There might be some other people who have bought it that are a little bit bigger than us average Joe people, okay? So, but for the most part, financial institutions, it does just give them more purchasing power during the trades. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that they have some kind of agreement that they're not all going to bum rush Iraq at the same time trying to do a currency swap, okay? So, anyways, I wanted to bring this article up and address the other fact. All right, it's just let it go, man. Look, I get it. Frank, I don't know you, buddy. I don't. I do your thing. It wasn't an attack. What I was pointing out is that it was on your website. Once again, the issue that I had was it was on a website where you give out free memberships galore. I don't care. The point is you might be giving them out for free, but there are other individuals, period, that are spending money to get information from that website. That's a problem. All right. That's not a problem, the money making, but taking other people's information and passing it off like some CBI insider gave it to you. That's the problem that I have. I've addressed the comments that were put in there. Do you understand the statistical chances of the information that a person put out during the CBI meeting matching, including the things that I've speculated on, is impossible. So no, we don't have the same contact. No, your CBI insider is not watching my video. They would have the information firsthand, okay? So other than that, I just don't give a shit. All right. So all I want to do is get down to the bottom of how realistic our investment is. How realistic is it that we're going to get a rate that we find acceptable versus us getting all screwed over? Okay. That's all I'm trying to do. If you guys want to go out and charge money for information that other people could find on a video, more power to you. That's up to you. I can understand if you had some website charging people for money and sharing information with them that cannot be located by a Google search. Okay, more power to you. All right. Other than that, God bless Frank. God bless Doodlebug, and the rest of you. You guys all have a good one. All right. And to the rest of my people, again, thanks for joining in. But this article, I just wanted to share it with you. Cornbread shot it over to me. I was happy to see it because he knows one of my focuses have been to prove that CBI's or that the dinar is actually being held in a lot of locations in big financial institutions, and this just here kinds of it confirms it, all right? But one thing, though, I do want to find out about that was interesting. It says Iraqi reserves and external assets are obligated in the custodian of the deposits. I really need to figure out what that means, because for those of you, and some of you guys might know this answer, but several times I've come across something in the articles that I'm reading. Several times they mention there's some type of redemption, some redemption program that's out there. All right. So they keep saying how the money is put inside for the purpose of the redemption, but they never say what the redemption is. Okay. It's easy to want to jump to conclusions and go, yeah, the redemption is when they do the rate change. Because trust me, I want to say that, but we don't know that unless we could prove it. We don't want to say that. So if any of you happen to know what this redemption thing might be, I sure to hell would appreciate it. All right. Everybody have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.